Awkward loading. Woo, woo, woo. Is it over? Let's go back to our time. How? Laguna's plan, right? Just like, we just gotta believe and, think of the place we want to be and then we'll make it there. Shut up, just calm down and think where we have to go. Careful, guys, don't pick the wrong time. Whatever you do, don't fall into a time warp. You all gonna start singing now? This is trippy. Time, place, who I want to be with. Wait, is that Renoa thinking there? I want to go there where Squall and I promised. Why'd you stop? Is this purgatory? Is this what time compression is? Purgatory? Squall! Meanwhile... Squall, let's go home. Where are you? Where am I? Just like, why were they in the other one? Why am I stuck here on my own here? Squall, where are you going? I'm gonna find Sis. Squall! Matron, this is getting trippy. But time has been completely screwed with, so yeah. Excuse me, have you seen a little boy? What, are you like the female version of Harry Mason? You don't have to worry, the boy won't go anywhere. I think so too. Poor thing. You woke up to the wrong time, Squall. You're alive? The sorceress? Yes, Matron. She's a bitch. We had defeated her. We still don't know her motive. Matron, stand back. It's okay, there's no need to fight. That sorceress is just looking for someone to pass her powers on to. In order to die in peace, a sorceress must be free of all her powers. I know, for I am one too. I shall take over that sorceress's powers. I do not want one of the children to become one. And that's how it happened then. I can't disappear yet. Matron! Is this the end? Most likely. Does seem official. You called me Matron. Who are you? A seed. A seed from Bound Garden. Seed? Garden? Both garden and seed were your ideas. So wait, did Squall, was he the reason it was formed? Because he went back in time? So the drain seeds, they are trained to defeat the sorceress. Because that wouldn't make sense, because it's just time and, oh man, never mess with time, man, it gets confusing. What are you saying? You're that boy from the future? Matron. Please return, you do not belong here. But it's so nice here, man. I can't find Sis. Am I all alone? Who's he? Nobody, you don't need to know. Because if you knew, you would freak the hell out and be so confused. The only Squall well permitted here is you. So all the Squall, get back to your time! Do you know where to go back to? Do you know how? No, probably not. Will you be alright by yourself? I'll be alright, matron. This whole thing's confusing, but sure. Because I'm not alone. I'm not alone. If I call out, they will answer. Prepare for the trippiest part of the game. Where is everyone? Renoa, where are you? Zell, Selfie, Quistis, Irvin! Renoa! Am I alone? Renoa, I want to hear your voice. Which way do I go? I can't make it back alone. Renoa! Man, it must suck to be Squall. I'd be like, what? I'm so confused. What the hell? We're stuck in this time compressed thing and it's all, what the hell? Am I all alone again? Where am I? Lost in time by the looks of it. Trippy! I wonder what Squall makes of all this. Maybe he'd react by saying, whatever. But I don't think it's so in this case, because he's kind of like, where the hell am I? He was like walking in a blank kind of space, and then all of a sudden he's walking around here. What? I take it Renault's made it back, or what? Trippiness. Basically, he's trying to remember, but he's unable to remember everyone. He's kind of, lost here, pretty much. So everyone's face is like, Renault's face all blurred. It gets freakier. Bet most people weren't expecting that when they first played this game. All of a sudden, an ending like this is like, what the hell's going on? Final Fantasy Horror Edition. Well, that was disturbing. So, laptop almost went in screensaver mode there for a second. How did she find Squall anyway? This ending seems rather random, really, doesn't it? It's like, what the hell's going on? Now it's suddenly like Cypher and his posse are like all back together. He's like, damn it! You freaking mock me with your fishing skills! And Fission's just like, watch this. Well, then Cypher's like, I don't even know what's going on. This is kind of like after like the whole Ultimisia thing. It just doesn't explain a damn thing how like they got back from the time compression. I guess Laguna's plan worked. Seems kind of ass polish, but yeah, whatever. Maybe they just wrote themselves into a corner with this time compression, just like, how are we gonna, like, end this? So there's Rain. Oh, by the way, did I mention, like, you know how Laguna is, like, Squall's dad? Well, Rain is Squall's mother. Laguna finally returns. Of course, like, grave because she died and all that. Oh, just shut up. Yo, where was Balam Garden this whole time anyway? It's just like in the ending, it's just randomly flying by, just like, where were you guys? I'm still baffled by the ending, like the time compression. I really do feel like they just wrote themselves into a corner, just like, yeah, let's make it just like, you know, Laguna's plan, make it so that it worked, you know. Just believe in your friends, and now we're on camera. Just all like, yeah, we did it, victory, yes. Irvin, what the hell you doing? Selfie's gotta be pissed off. In fact, I'm pretty sure Selfie's the one holding the camera. Sid, where were you through the time compression, by the way? Well, he was with Edie, most likely. Seriously, Sid, you're still a dick. And there's Edia. Seriously, what an odd kind of pairing there, them two. So I guess this is like the after celebration, just like, yeah, we saved the world! Selfie, what the hell are you... Oh, I see. Just like, turn the camera, idiot. Hey now, no flirting, no flirting. Zell finally got his hot dogs. I guess that's the girl that gave him that magazine right next to him there. Finally got his hot dogs, and yet that happens. Like, oh shit! Oh! Piss off! Get that camera out of my face! Hey, Angelo randomly there. Never noticed that. Battery low, should charge it. And then it cuts off. And that bit, for whatever reason on that, like, there's a bit after the credits, and for some reason, you remember, like, all that kind of, you know, Squall is dead theory thing? Well, I can see why, like, some people would, like, think that. It's like, there are some things that seem like to kind of hint that, but it is, I don't think it's the case. And I use one example is Squall's not in the ending there, so he's gone and all that. But you'll see what I mean when I say it's bullshit once his credits are finished rolling. Do people not wait for credits in video games? Or credits in general, really. Most people just kind of just like, as soon as the credits roll, well, I'm gonna go take a piss or something, you know? Never sit through credits. I like the theme that was playing through the recording scene though. I like the kind of I guess it's like main Final Fantasy theme. I don't even know what it'd be called, but it's been used in quite a number of Final Fantasy games. It's used in the credits of Final Fantasy IX as well, if I recall. I can play it on guitar, but I'm not going to play it right now. Because I don't have my guitar plugged into the amp or anything, like copyast. It's pointless anyway, really. So, this game is kind of one of those love it or hate it kind of games. A lot of people hate this game, and there are a number that love this game. I honestly quite like this game. It has many flaws in it, but I still enjoyed it anyway. Which most people would say, no, I didn't enjoy it because of various things that I didn't like about this game. This is the extra scene that, for some reason, nobody brings up when they say, oh, Squall is dead because he doesn't appear in the ending. See, he's right there. The camera just cut off at the bad timing there. Still, could have used a bit explanation on how the time compression worked. Motives, all that. What I hear Ultimacia wanted, basically to live forever, was afraid of dying or some shit. I don't know if that's true or not. But it's still a stupid reason if that's the case. There's also a theory that I haven't really read much into that Renoa is Ultimacia. But I don't know about that one either. There's quite a number of theories for this game, really. Most likely there's a lot of theories for this game because, there are loads of plot holes and some stuff that just doesn't really get explained properly. There's, some things that, do get explained, but you have to really look into the game quite a bit just to find those. So is it just a blank screen after that or what? Can't do anything. Could have at least left it on the end screen. Don't they usually do that? Not even that in this case, is it really? Well, whatever. Well, thoughts on the game? I like the game. It's got a major amount of flaws, but I don't care. I still like the game regardless. Final Fantasy IX is still my favorite, though. Just thinking, should I go over the theories or anything like that? Just nah, save that for the after LP talk. Well, I'm just gonna have Squall as a guest, and he'll be whatever. You know, a kind of I tend to do that every now and then with games, just the after LP talk bit, just okay, let's add in the actual character from the game and have them join in the conversation. And yeah, I can't believe this LP is over. How long has it been going on for? Man, just man, it's kind of sad, really. Whenever an LP ends, and freaking got two LPs end around about the same time, it's just once ever an LP ends, it's just it's sad because there's no more recording to do for that. The game is complete. But still, that ending did, it felt like it could have done with a bit of explanation, but it was all shown through cutscenes. So you just okay, so we ought to assume that I guess Renoa showed up where Squall was. He was passed out. And she got there. She was originally in the field, but then she ended up there, which was technically the field, but it wasn't the same field that she was at or something. I'm so confused. Just explain that. And then she noticed him just like, no! Just like holds him like that, and then just like, woo! Everything all dramatic. It turns into the field. She looks back, and Squall is like, what? Or whatever like that. And then just like, happy ending. I don't know how. Well, what was Laguna's plan anyway? Just like, think of a place you want to be in time and just cling on to it and you will make it back. It really is corny, like Squall quoted it, but I guess that's what happened then. Otherwise, it could be like, well, Squall was dead the whole time since Disc 1. That'd be a hell of a plot twist, and there are some things that could, like, make sense of that. But at the same time, it seems unlikely. This game is just kind of like, it's got a lot of flaws in it, so it just make it seem like it possibly have something deeper than that. I don't know. But I think it just, like, ended with, like, a kind of, you know, the typical kind of, unexplained kind of asshole kind of ending, you know, just like, okay, so you're trapped in time, what do? You think of a time and place you want to be, you cling on to it, and you're there. It's corny as hell, but that's how it is. So, yeah. On with the After LP talk. I hope you've enjoyed this LP. I have no idea what to say, really. It's been an enjoyable LP, and I mean, like, a lot of people just really don't like this game to the point where, like, I've heard, like, people, like, if someone so much is mentioned, just like, hey, would you ever consider LPing Final Fantasy VIII? Just like, no, hell no, not that game, no. I don't really see it, man. Sure, the stories are kind of all over the place. Maybe the characters might, like, not appeal to people much. But the music, that's awesome. Maybe the junction system didn't appeal to them. I don't know. No, really, because the junction system, once you get used to it, it's pretty awesome, actually. It's better than the freaking grid in Final Fantasy X. I could never get used to that. So, hope you enjoyed. On with the After LP talk. That's all. So, yep. In Persona 4, I guess, when I get around to uploading that. I don't know, because I haven't even uploaded the rest of this LP yet. There's still quite a few parts before we get to here. So anyways, see ya.
Hello and welcome to the After the LP talk. I am your host, Echo the Dolphin, and this has been Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Well, it was kind of side quest-wise towards the end there, kind of like it was dragged on, didn't it? The story, it's kind of like, you take over for me, come here, because I'm crap at explaining this stuff.
Why do I always have to? Okay, fine. Okay, so the story was like, it was kind of confusing. I mean, at first it seems like, okay, everything's all together, and then things just get a bit weirder. You get introduced to the Laguna dream sequences fairly early on in Disc 1, and then by the end of Disc 1, Squall gets impaled, and it's just cliffhanger ending. Disc 2 starts up, and you've got another Laguna sequence, and then it just wakes up in prison, and everyone's fine, except, you know, being in prison. They break out of prison, and from there the plot just gets a bit odd, and it's I don't know how to describe it. The plot is kind of, confusing, to say the least.
Well, yeah, it's one of those kind of ones where you have to pay a lot more attention, and even when you do, it's still got quite a few things that don't make much sense.
Yes, indeed you do. Well, anyways, well, all the flaws of the game aside, I think this game was alright. This LP, it was alright as well. But we're gonna bring in a guest with us, and we're gonna talk about two theories for the After LP talk, since we never really seem to do that, you know. So, our guest here is Squall. Welcome to the show.
Whatever.
Well, how did I know you were gonna say that? So, Squall, about these theories.
What theories? What theories are you gonna ask me about? Don't tell me that's those two again.
Yes, see, you're probably right. So, Squall, the Squall is dead theory. What do you think about it?
Look at me.
Yeah. What about you?
Do I look dead to you?
No, but did you die in the game?
Oh, come on. I've been asked this so many damn times. You have no idea. Okay, so that's just like, look at this here. So like, I get impaled at the end of this one. So like, with all the weird stuff that happens afterwards, some people may assume that I was dead and it was a dream sequence the whole time. That doesn't really make sense, as there are continuations from Disc 1 that just doesn't seem to fit in. Laguna sequences carry on. They started in Disc 1. They continue on. All that advances alone. All that stuff. How would that make any sense if I was dead?
What about, some people like bring up like Moombas and, the shimmy thing and all that as another kind of thing, because they just like, it seems like they weren't.
Oh, come on. That's a stupid excuse. You remember the damn triple triad thing, right? There was a damn shummy god. He was even mentioned on the computer, but I don't think I bothered to check, but it was there. So, we know about Nog's existence. So, you throw that right out the window right there.
Okay, so, you don't like that theory, I guess?
What kind of freaking weird guy do you take me for? You think I'd like a theory where I'm dead? What kind of nonsense is this? Next theory.
Well, but, okay then, so, how about, that ending? I mean, when you really think about it, if you had died at the start, of that, it's just, doesn't make sense for the kind of ending, really, to be honest.
Well, the ending's kind of, it feels like kind of run into like some kind of wall, and just like you said at the end there, it seemed like you just kind of like didn't really know how to go about like the whole time compression thing. So I was just kind of like aimlessly walking through this time compressed world. I was basically in limbo. And then I just collapsed. And then Renoa suddenly appeared. And then I was kind of revived, awakened. And then flowers just bloom all over the place. And then because the credits, well, not the credits, the ending itself in this FMV form kind of makes it a little kind of confusing, because there's no dialogue spoken, nothing. So you don't know what's going on, and it feels kind of too mixed together to be understandable because of all this stuff is going on. And for example, Cypher and all his posse is like, you know, fishing, and you just like wonder, wouldn't they be like arrested? But that doesn't seem to be the case. I guess they got let off lightly.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's kind of weird, really, isn't it? So there was like some of the theory of like that you were dead is that you don't appear in the ending.
Did you not watch that freaking ending? Just because I didn't appear on the damn freaking camera doesn't mean I'm dead. I appeared after the credits. It was just to make you wonder if Squall was really alive or dead. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. So you're not dead, you didn't die in this, how about the, Renoir's Ultimisia one?
The what? Oh, that one. Well, the thing with that is, they think that at some point, because sorceresses tend to become evil quite often, so they kind of assume maybe Renoir became Ultimisia. In the ending, when I was trying to remember her face, it kept flashing between her and Ultimisia as well, so you just like, maybe that, and then they summoned Griever, which is, as you know, the ring that I had. And that was her GF, so you'd assume maybe she becomes Ultimisia in the future. but Dr. Odin specifically says that it's in the far future, so how would she have survived that long?
Well, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I think, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if she was Ultimisia, well, it doesn't really specifically say how far in the future, but it does look like it is pretty far into the future. But, yeah, it is a little confusing there. Eh.
Well, is that all we're gonna, like, talk about here? I mean, it's just, like, come to the conclusion that, Nyla theories, they're just theories. Nyla can be proven. In fact, I think the Ultimisia theory was actually, specifically said to not actually be true. I haven't found an interview of it, but I have heard about it.
Well, you know, you can't believe everything you hear on the internet, but, yeah, it doesn't seem like they go like that kind of route of it, but you never know. But it'd be even more confusing than the actual story itself, because how would Ryoa be able to survive that far into the future, and why would she want to compress time, exactly?
Well, some say it's like, when, like, I die at some point or whatever, she, like, kind of, like, gets depressed or some shit and becomes corrupt and, like, I don't even know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, to be honest. Unlike the whole thing where I said I'd be her knight even if she was evil, essentially, kind of thing. So maybe just like, but I doubt it. It just seems kind of, it's a theory. That's about it. That's all I got.
Well, so basically, just theories. Okay, theories. So, what do you think actually happened then, Squall? What do you make of the ending?
Well, I've already stated. I was in limbo. I collapsed. I had, like, lost my place in time. I had ended up in the past, and I reported to Edia about the future. And then when I went back to search for my friends to the place where I needed to be, I got lost and ended up stuck in limbo. And then, eventually, Noah was able to find me, and I was revived. And then, yes, it seems like the transition from there just feels so hazy that people just probably refuse to believe it, I guess.
Well, yeah, and when you think about it, if you did die in that part, I mean, why the hell would everyone be celebrating at the end? I mean, it seems a bit messed up, doesn't it? I mean, they didn't hate you or anything, so that would seem kind of weird.
Yeah, I know, I mean, yeah, well, whatever, I'm out of here. Whatever, I'm out of here.
Well, it was nice to have you on this show, so, even Blackboard, you haven't really said much about all this, so what are your thoughts on it?
Well, it would make an interesting story if Squall was dead, but at the same time, that'd be kind of dumb, wouldn't it? How the hell would it? I mean, if he was dreaming it the whole time, it just doesn't really add up. Why would he dream of this shit?
Well, maybe he's a bit of a sadistic bastard, I don't know.
Well, I highly doubt it. It's just like, I guess, well, like I said, it's a theory. Both of them just theories. Neither can be proven unless Square just comes out and flat out says, okay, this is how we intended the story to end. But I don't know if they've actually, come out and say what kind of ending they had planned, because you can't find a damn interview.
Well, yeah, so I guess, like, that's that, so, hey, have you noticed Dave hasn't shown up yet?
Don't mention him. Just don't freaking mention him or he'll show up.
Hey guys, listen, I mean, I know we've had a kind of rough times with me just like popping in and repeatedly saying cool story, bro, and I know it pisses you off, and I know I'm gonna continue doing it even though it pisses you guys off and seems absolutely pointless, but I just thought I'd come in here to say that that was a weird story, bro. Cool story, bro, as well, but that was also a weird story, bro. That was confusing. Well, I'm out of here.
Well, that was awkward. Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Well, seriously, sometimes I wonder why the hell are we even here? Echo just takes over the whole damn show.
Well, I am the host after all, and
Yeah, but couldn't, like, you give us a bit more time to, like, talk about this?
well, what more is there to talk about? I mean, it's a decent game. It's kind of got a lot of flaws. The story of it, just like some bits are like not explained as well, and some things you have to look deeper into, like information in the game to actually figure stuff out. I mean, there's some things that like you wouldn't know unless you like looked at the information section. That's in information option in the tutorial thing. I mean, that's confusing. Some things you have to look a lot closer to like find it kind of thing, you know? So it's kind of a confusing story, and it was kind of like, it started off kind of straightforward and then it just got confusing, like, and yeah, so I guess that's why there'd be like kind of theories about it. And the gameplay is like, some people don't like the junction system, but I thought it was alright, you know, kind of system. I mean, it works nicely once you know how it works. It's just drawing magic can be tedious if you go like the slow route of doing that. But there are easier ways to get magic. I mean, refining, it does wonders if you get the right items. And music is just absolutely great. I mean, what Final Fantasy games don't have good music? Even if they're not composed by him, it's like, it's still alright. I mean, look at Crisis Core. That was, I think that wasn't the same composer, but even that had a decent soundtrack. It's like, yeah. So Final Fantasy games usually, well, always seem to have at least a decent soundtrack. And then as for graphics, well, it's kind of like, you know, typical kind of PS1 kind of graphics of the time. But like the FMVs, they looked really nice. Even to this day, I say they look quite nice. So yeah, that's all we really have to say about it, right?
Wow, Echo, I never thought you could actually, you know, talk about the game that much. Well, anyway, I have nothing to say other than that, so I'm out of here.
Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this LP. It was quite a long one, longer than Final Fantasy IX was as well, surprisingly. Over 100 parts, I mean, wow. Well, anyways, Persona 4 will be coming up eventually, so look forward to that. Hope you've enjoyed this LP. See ya, that's all, folks.